Hey guys, here's a quick video about the love song essay assignment. I just wanted to run through the assignment really quickly, just point out a few things. So I'm in the weekly schedule folder, going down here to week 4. There is a discussion board for the love song essay, and so you'll need to post a thesis statement, some things that you find you're comfortable with about the assignment, but then also things that you either want more information about or just questions that you have. So there'll be a couple different places to get some more information about this assignment. So I'm going to go down here. I'm going to look at 3 different things. The first thing we're going to look at is the love song essay prompt, which is the instructions, sample love song essay. And I want to go down here and look at the how to organize a love song essay. So let's open this one first. So this is your second assignment. This is the second major essay assignment of the course, the love song essay. This is worth 20% of your final grade. You can see that there are 2 different drafts. So your first draft is due June 22nd. The second graded draft is due July 2nd. So this one, the first draft needs to be at least 4 academic paragraphs. We'll talk a little bit about what academic paragraphs are. And the graded draft needs to be at least 7. So the minimum length for this assignment is 7 paragraphs. If you don't have 7 paragraphs, it's going to kick back to you with a 0 for the grade, and I'm going to ask you to revise it to meet that minimum. So really quickly, here are some resources. So you do have a sample love song essay to look at. We're learning a little bit about thesis statements this week, and then there's the academic paragraph handout as well. Basically, your job here for this week is to pick 2 love songs that you want to write about and think about. So your job is to take 2 love songs. Now, really quickly, let's define a love song. For our purposes, a love song is any song that deals with romantic love. So that can be, love in that sense can be a good thing or it can be a bad thing. So it can be like, oh, I love you so much song, or it can be, we just broke up and I hate you so much song. So as long as the song deals in some way with romantic love, you'll be fine. So your job is to pick 2 of those songs and then to print out copies of the lyrics. So if you can't find, if you can usually find almost all lyrics, just Google the song title with the word lyrics. And your job is to really kind of think about how these songs deal with love or how they think about love. And so this comes back to the idea of tone, the writer, or in this case, the singer's attitude toward love. So these are the 3 questions that your essay should probably think about. In what way is love the same in the 2 songs you picked? In what ways are the 2 songs' ideas about love different? And this is the most important question, though. This is the one that you'll actually have to think about. Which song has the most realistic view of love? So which one is the most realistic love song? Now, obviously, everybody is going to have a little bit of a different answer when it comes to defining what real love is, right? So, for instance, your definition and my definition about what love is are probably going to be either slightly different or radically different, and that's okay. So maybe one of the first things you're going to have to do in this essay is to write a paragraph in which you define what love is. So this is a key concept to make this argument. So you're really going to have to think about, well, what do you mean as a person, as a writer, when you're using that word? So we'll go through this really quickly. So you should have a narrow, specific thesis statement. This is the first essay in which we'll work on thesis statements. It's not the last one. We'll use thesis statements in all the rest of our essays. And you should, your body of the essay should support your thesis statement's argument. You should have a good conclusion that summarizes the argument and somehow restates or kind of returns the reader to your thesis statement. I want to go down here. Here are some tips for creating a good essay. I'll let you read those. And then these are just sample songs by me, who is old, decrepit, out of touch. These are just the songs that I thought of when I thought about music genres. So sometimes people had kind of a hard time thinking about, well, what is a genre? So I gave you some genres: hard rock, classic rock, country, R&B, adult, alternative, indie, or hip hop. So you can pick any songs you want. So if the song is not in English, feel free to use that song. But I don't speak any other language other than English well enough to understand most of the words. So if you do pick a song that's not in English, I'd like you to provide me with a translation of the lyrics. Some people ask, whether I have a song I want to do, but it has a couple like words that are profanity or whatever. I'm usually fine with profanity. So if you have something that uses some profanity, I'm not going to be bothered about that. No hate speech, nothing like that. But most of the stuff I think is going to be fine. So this is your rubric. So this is how I will be creating the essay. So I'll be looking at the thesis. I'm going to look at whether the essay actually kind of answers that question about which one is the most realistic song, and then do you demonstrate a proficiency with academic essay structure, and then correct punctuation and grammar and all that stuff. So that is the assignment. I want to just really quickly point out the sample love song essay. So this is an actual essay from a former student. This, you can kind of get a sense for what the essay should do and how you might go about organizing the essay. One of the things that's always helpful, I think, with this particular sample is to do a reverse outline. So kind of take a look at what each paragraph is doing, and maybe even just outline, come up with an outline for your own essay using this. And then finally, this page, how to organize a love song essay, kind of is a worksheet that will help you think about coming to a working thesis. And so you can kind of take a look at that. Your working thesis should answer this question: which song has the most realistic view of love? But then it also gives you some suggestions for putting together the essay, and then also gives you a template, so you can, if you want to do a paragraph by paragraph outline, you can use that to do that. So that's a really quick overview of the love song essay. I'm sure you're going to have questions, so as you do, post those to the discussion board, email me, and I'm happy to talk about it as we go along. So good luck. Let me know what questions you have.